Hi everyone, welcome to Rose Glen Village here. I'm sitting here with Executive Director Matt Reese. Matt, great to see you.
You too, Terry.
Okay, thanks so much. It's always a pleasure to come down here and get an opportunity to see one of my favorite places in the world here, Rose Glen Village in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. And tell us about this. Is a special opportunity. We're sitting in one of the apartments here for your residents, and this is a beautiful place. And we're sitting here at the dining room table right now. And if you would, Matt, tell us about a room like this.
Okay, here at Rose Glen Village, we feature, Terry. We have 4 different floor plans. We have studio, we have 2 one-bedroom floor plans, and then we have a 2-bedroom floor plan. And the apartment that we are presently in right now is our 2-bedroom model apartment that features 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Residents are able to, when they move in, they're able to decorate their apartment to their own taste and their own feeling and what they're used to in their own home. And we here at Rose Glen Village, we have the model apartments set up so that it gives the family, the influencer, or the potential resident an idea of how they envision their own belongings in an apartment. You know, we don't want them to have the theory of coming in and just looking at an empty apartment and then trying to determine how that's all going to look, because every single one of us, we're natured differently. We think differently. Some people are visual, you know, and some people actually have to see. And so then this way, we're able to show them what true independent living is going to look like.
Oh yeah, I tell you, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's so spacious. I mean, you've got the kitchen over there, and the bathrooms, and the bedroom on one side, bedroom on the other side. And we're sitting here in the living room and the dining room, and but in addition to the apartment, one of the things that I love so much about Rose Glen is what you have around everywhere else on the grounds. Tell us some of the things you have there, if you would.
We have a fitness room on our 3rd floor. We recently were able to obtain a rehab and therapy company in our building, Terry, which helps our residents, you know, to be able to age in place. And that rehab and therapy company, they're doing health and wellness classes 3 days a week. And the residents are absolutely loving it. They are able to, they're doing stretching exercises. The young lady that leads those activities does a fantastic job. And so it's a way of being able to provide a continuity of care. The other thing that we feature here at Rose Glen is we have a full service salon. We have a library that is stacked full of all different types of genres of books. We have a game room. Our 1st floor has a 34-seat movie theater, and every evening we are featuring a different movie every single day. And we have a full-service restaurant to where the residents, they don't even have to leave the apartment if they do not wish to or to leave the community here at Rose Glen if they don't wish to do so. So it's I call it a cruise ship that's permanently docked.
That's what it feels
without
like.
the seasickness.
Yeah, I think that's why I love it so much, because I love cruise ships so much. But you know, it's really a resort. It really is something special. And when you're talking about residents that come here, you allow them the opportunity to still have independent living, don't you? But you're really
That's true.
Yeah, and so it's a very special place like that. I've always thought, you know, we've been together doing stuff for about 8 years, and I've always thought that when the time came for my parents, this would be the place that I would want them to be, because not only is it beautiful and it's so nice, but the people are really nice. You know, everyone that works here is so kind and nice and when you walk around, the residents are so friendly, and they have so much life to them, and they're so cheerful and happy. It just, to me, I couldn't imagine a better place for someone than to come here and be able to be around that environment.
Right. The residents, they develop a bond with each other because there's constant socialization. You know, whenever our loved ones, if they're in their own homes, you know, they depend upon if someone's going to come by and visit them, if they're going to pick up their medications, you know, if there's a leaky faucet. Here, they don't have to look for that. Maintenance takes care of the leaky faucet. If they want to go and hang out with someone, there's constant socialization, whether it be in the library, the fitness room, or the wellness classes that, you know, our therapy company offers. There's just so many different opportunities that is afforded to the folks that move into here.
Yeah, and in the cinema there, you have the movies. We also have services there, and sometimes too, don't we? With
Yes,
church?
that is correct. We here in the Wilkesboro area, we get a week's delayed service from Wilkesboro Baptist Church that is shown in the movie theater.
Yeah, and sometimes you have private Bible study sessions in there.
That is correct. We have a couple of different pastors that actually live here that hold various different devotions. So we tell folks that we offer a lot of different things to a lot of different taste and what their preferences are.
Yeah, I love seeing the residents playing on the pool table there, and they're having a great time. But I've eaten here a number of times too in your dining hall, and it's a beautiful dining hall, and the food is exceptional. And I'm sure the residents really love the food that you have here, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. So tell us about, now you've been doing some things in the last couple of years, and it's a fantastic idea that you have with the Senior Resource Panel. And I know that it's so difficult for people to find information, when they get to the situation where they're looking for something for their parents. Tell us, if you would, about that, because it's a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. Terry, this coming March, Rose Glen Village, our Senior Resource Panel will be celebrating 2 years of providing the opportunity to individuals who attend the availability of actually talking to a live person. Our Senior Resource Panel, it features a variety of different folks in the healthcare field from all different levels of care, and they actually sit on a panel. The panel happens the second Tuesday of every month, and we have a guest speaker that rotates each month. We felt at Rose Glen Village that we wanted to position ourselves as the resource in the community. We wanted to be the resource that if people aren't sure how to navigate through the healthcare industry with their aging parent or an aging loved one, they can reach out to us, and if we don't know the answers, we're going to try to find those answers out. And so that was how the birth of the Senior Resource Panel came about, and we have had really a great success. Because, Terry, as we grow older, a lot of our influencers that we work with, they have children themselves, trying to go many different places. Our society this day and time is so fast paced. And whenever you go to try to reach out to someone, if you have to call, you get an automated system. Press 1 for this, press 2, or you have to leave a voicemail. And then if they don't call you back, then if you're like me, you remember 2 days later, I left someone a voicemail. I need to follow back up with them. With the resource panel, you don't have to do that. There's going to be a representative from all different levels of care that would be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Yeah, that's a tremendous idea, because it is so difficult to find out information. It would really take you to find out the information they can learn from coming here with you in 1 month. It's the second Tuesday of every month, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But what you could learn in that one second Tuesday of the month, it would take you so long to make phone calls and research on your own, and still you wouldn't necessarily know that much about it.
Right, and you're getting one-on-one attention, because that representative that's sitting on the panel, they've earmarked their schedule to be in attendance to this. And so they've got that time slotted off, and then we even allow for time at the end of the seminar to be able to have a private question, or if you need to just run a situation by somebody, one of the panel members, they're willing to do that. And the guest speakers, it's the same thing. We try to pick and choose someone that's features a senior topic that's pertinent to what they have going on. We have in the past, we've had someone from the SHIP program to come out in September of each year to just talk about the open enrollment piece.
Yeah.
I know upcoming this year we've got some representatives from the pharmacy coming to speak about different topics that's pertaining to seniors and to their their resources that they need.
Yeah, so tell us about with the panel. You've got some, representatives from nursing, from healthcare, from medical centers. Tell us about the people that sit on the panel.
We have representatives from the rehab and therapy type of arena. We even have a a nurse that sits on that panel that is, she works for herself. Basically the services that she offers is if someone is living by themselves and they don't have no one to go with them to the doctor, she's willing to do that piece, to be the ears that can listen to what the doctor has to say. Or even if someone gets a medical bill that they don't understand, she can help them navigate through that. We also have someone sitting on there from the skilled nursing arena. We have a representative from hospice and from home health. So there's always someone that, no matter what point you are in navigating through the healthcare, there's going to be potentially someone there that can help answer the questions that you have.
Yeah, and I know, speaking to Lily earlier, and it's so difficult as a child with, as you mentioned, with an aging parent, and you suddenly get thrown into that, and if you don't prepare a little bit in advance and start finding out this information, then it comes on you very quickly, doesn't it?
And it can also be very overwhelming, and it can be very intimidating. And so, we highly recommend folks to attend these resource panels, to go ahead and get yourself educated, because we know that eventually that's going to all come to us at a certain point, in our lives. And so it's best to be prepared. And that's why we feel that we've situated ourselves by having this resource panel. It's very beneficial to the community, to the Wilkesboro area, and to the greater area. We encourage anyone to come out and attend. They're welcome to attend these seminars.
Yeah, I think it's tremendous, and I think it says so much about Rose Glen Village that one of the reasons I've talked about loving it so much is that you guys really care so much about the community. You are a central point to this community here, not just Wilkesboro, but even throughout the region. You have the Veterans Breakfasts, and you have all sorts of things where you invite the public, invite people to come here, and you're the central point, aren't you?
That's correct. And we've also situated ourselves to where we have partnered up with the Alzheimer's Association, and coming up starting in February, and then 3 months following that, there's going to be a 4-month seminar on dementia caregiver education series. The first one that we have coming up is going to be Monday, February the 13th, and it's going to be from 5:30 to 7. And it's going to start off, it starts off knowing the 10 signs of Alzheimer's and dementia. And then the next month in March, the basics. It's going to be memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease. It'll sort of kind of give them an overview of the different things that's going to be happening, because Alzheimer's and dementia, if it's not impacted you or a family member, studies show that it will at some point or another. The third one is going to be on Monday, April the 10th, and it's going to be a dementia conversation, sort of kind of just talking about the different prognoses and those kind of things with dementia. The last one is effective communication strategies with navigating through communicating with a loved one that may have Alzheimer's or dementia, and it's going to be on Monday, May the 8th. All of these, Terry, are of no charge and are open to the public, and they're going to be hosted. We will be hosting those meetings here at Rose Glen Village.
That's amazing that you do that for everyone. I mean, it's so special, and it's so difficult as a child with your parents to see when the memory side and all those things that start to sneak in, and you really don't know what to do in that situation. And a lot of times you don't know how to handle it, and I'm sure there's different potential treatments that can slow it down and delay it, and so all of that information they could find by coming here to you.
Exactly. And there's going to be someone from the Alzheimer's Association, a representative, that would be on hand to be able to help, because Alzheimer's and dementia, it impacts everyone. It impacts the loved one that has been diagnosed with it. And then it impacts the caregiver and the family. It's mental, it's emotional, and it's physical. It can take a toll. And so that's why we believe in having these resources out there, to where that people, when they are in that time of need, or if they're just wanting to absorb and be the sponge to soak up all the information, we've afforded them a lot of different opportunities to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that if Lily was mentioning to me earlier, but I'm sure that you know, as a child, when you're at the age when you're having to consider this for your parent, you know, you've got a job, you've got children in school, you've got a lot of work, you've got a lot of things going on, and so it's very difficult. If you're not prepared, it's very difficult to try to deal with everything all in one go, because you've got so many things that are your own responsibilities,
Right.
aren't you?
And that's why we've also, speaking on that, Terry, that's why we sort of kind of divided up the times. The senior resource panel is at lunchtime. We realize that may be difficult for folks to navigate, but if they're local and they get a lunch break, they can come here and get their lunch, and it's free, it's of no cost. And if time is of the essence, guess what? They can get their lunch to go. We can pack that and send that with them on their way. The dementia series that I talked about, Terry, it's of an evening, so that's going to be, you know, after everyone gets off of work. You know, it's another way of dividing up the opportunity to be able to where people can't say, well, I don't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
Then that way, and then two, if they attend the education series, there again, we've partnered. It's not just Rose Glen Village doing the dementia education series. We've got other partners that have partnered with us, a home health agency, you know, other different areas. So they would be someone that, there again, if they've got questions, we want to try to help navigate them through those questions.
Yeah, I think it says so much about Rose Glen that you do this for everyone, because it's really helping, you know, for all these people, and it's such a winning situation for our entire community and the communities that go out and beyond. And I know that where we're located up in at Mountain Television Network, we're up in Boone, and I know a lot of people very wisely, you know, choose to come down the mountain some to Wilkesboro to because of the weather being so much better. Because sometimes when you get older, the cold bothers you more, and you don't want to be up there. But your children still live in that area, and you can come down the road here in 35 minutes, you know, and you're right down here with you, and so it's as close as you can possibly get while changing the weather, isn't it?
Right, exactly, to where it's not a drastic change to what they're used to in their social and their culture of living in the mountains, because, you know, we have so many things going on here in this area. It's a beautiful city in which to live in, and with where Rose Glen Village is situated, it's perfect.
Yeah, it definitely is. And so tell us again, Matt, if you would. All right, so you have the second Tuesday of each month, the
Yes, sir.
Senior Resource Panel, and so that goes on every single month throughout year round.
It does.
Yeah.
It certainly does. I think the only month that we do not do it is in the month of December. But other than that, it runs year round. It's going to run like clockwork, the second Tuesday of every month. The only time that it may not is, you know, the other week we wasn't sure if we was going to get to have it or not due to the weather, but we would be sure to communicate that. And folks, if they're unsure, they can always give us a call here at Rose Glen, and we will be happy to make sure that we get them the right information to make sure
You
they're
got some
ready
of the
to
most
go.
wonderful receptionists that answer the phone
Yeah.
there. I love calling them. They're so sweet and nice. It's amazing when I talk to them. Yeah, and so second Tuesday of every month. And tell us again what time that would be.
It would be at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. So they can come in here and do the Senior Resource Panel, and also eat lunch for free if they choose.
That is correct.
Which would give them an opportunity. It would give you an opportunity to eat here and see the food and see how great a place it is, and look around and at all the facilities that you have here and the amenities you have here. And then tell us also with the dementia.
The dementia, it is going to be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And the dates, once again, Monday, February the 13th is going to be the first one. The second one is Monday, March the 13th. The third one is Monday, April the 10th. And the fourth and final one is Monday, May the 8th.
I tell you what, that's tremendous. It's so nice for you guys to do that, and I really thank you. And I'll be coming down too and trying to learn some things to learn, because I know that, as you mentioned, all of us are going to face it at some point in time. It's just we're lucky if we can. We're lucky if we can delay it to some degree,
Right.
but we all have to go through this, and it's better to be prepared, as you mentioned. So 47 West Main Street here in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, Rose Glen Village, just an absolutely beautiful place. It's I think anyone would come here and love to be here. There's so many things to do, and the people are so nice, and not only the staff that's here and all the management that's here, but also the residents that are here. It's just a pleasure. They walk around, they smile, they're happy, and it really is a thrill to come down. And we've had the Seniors of the Month up there. We did 12 of them last year, the Seniors of the Month, and it was a pleasure that I had the opportunity to meet each one of them and to interview them and talk to them. And there's just some really special people here, aren't there?
Yes, there really is. There really is.
Yeah, some special people here all the way around. And so give Rose Glen Village a call. Second Tuesday of every month, the Senior Resource Panel, and then the dementia is throughout the times, and that'll go for several months. What, 5 different? Four different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to be. And tell us again, just if you would tell the viewers again, which of the dates of those, if you would.
Monday, February the 13th. Monday, March the 13th. Monday, April the 10th. And the fourth and final one, Monday, May the 8th.
And that'll be at
5 to 7:30 p.m.
5 at 7:30 p.m. The Senior Resource Panel is 11 o'clock in the morning, the second Tuesday of every month, and it'll be you'll have an opportunity to have lunch after that and everything. Just a fantastic place, and come down and take a look. And it's been a pleasure again, Matt, to be here with you, and it's to be an opportunity to sit in here in this apartment. I tell you what, this is really, really nice, and I thank you so much, and I thank you guys for doing all that you do for our community and to help us. And there's going to be I know there has been for the last nearly 2 years, but there's going to be a whole lot, even more people that are going to benefit from the work that you guys do. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Terry.
It's great to see you.
You too.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Matt. Thanks so much. Rose Glen Village, 407 West Main Street, here in beautiful Wilkesboro, North Carolina. The phone number, if you need to call, or if you need to find out any information about any of the things we've been talking about here, 336-667-2952. And thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you here later on the Mountain Television Network.